Yep, but like I said, I'll play some today, because if nothing else, it's nice to play and kind of learn the different scenarios a little bit, like where's the breaker box, you know, so that when we go back and try to get golds, I already know where some stuff is, you know. It definitely helps. So yeah, but no, I want golds on all the missions, so I'm gonna have to have help for that, because I don't think I'm gonna get too many golds by myself. It's mostly the time is what gets me, or that is what gets me. Yeah, it's always the time. That might be the only way not to get a gold, actually. I guess if you lose a firefighter, that's probably another way to get that. Yeah, to not get a gold. All right, chat, just for fun. We have 377,000 oats hauled in so far. I think we're going to make the seed that we want today, chat. Or at some point. You know, it's funny, this map updates in real time. Like where the combines are, but like, you know, this doesn't. Why can't the in-game map, why can't that update in real time? Asking the hard questions, chat. Somebody has to, you know? Why it no work? Yeah, I said that. I said it. Alright, but yeah, we'll probably play some more tomorrow too, because why not? I don't know if anybody's available tomorrow, but either way, I'm playing. I'm really digging that game right now, so yeah. Small indie devs. Is that the problem? Okay. Noted. The darn small indie devs. I swear, they get you every time, chat. They get you every time, chat. Go easy on them. I'm extremely nice to them. What are you talking about? I never have anything negative to say. Honestly, I just say the truth, like make observations like, huh, that's funny that that map updates, but that one doesn't, you know? Some people would sit here and like cuss and complain about it. I'm not going to cuss about it, you know? Not on stream anyway. Oh gosh. No, it just, you know, there's little things that just make you scratch your head. Like why can't that map update? Like, seriously. Well, that's kind of weird, you know? Okay, we have a grain cart there. We're still unloading grain cart. Oh, God. Oh, 3 trucks is enough either. It's all good. We'll be fine. Honestly, what we need, chat, is we need that bigger mother bin from the mod hub, the one we used on Judith Plains. We might need to add that into this, to the save here. Because I don't know if that mother bin just not... Well, I mean, the mother bin's probably big enough, but when you're unloading these big carts, it becomes not big enough real fast. So... what's wrong with him? Why is he just sitting there with his cover on? Is he too close now? Because remember, I had to move the points. Wait. Okay, that's not full. I want to make sure the visual glitch thing. It might be too close now, chat. I might have to set up 2 different points here. I had to choose. Wow, Tomcat. I don't know why that wasn't working, but now it is. What if we had 2 mother bins? We could. Yeah, no, we definitely could. It's just the big grain carts, you know, the big grain carts hold 88,000. What's the math here? Hang on. So the big grain cart is this one here, 88,000. And that thing only holds 141,000. The other one holds like 250,000 or something. So now is this one going to unload or is this one going to have problems too? Because if it walks like a duck and talks like a duck, it should unload. Or something. Why can't I click the switch? There we go. We're just going to sit here for a second, make sure these unload. But yeah, two mother bins would work. We could definitely do that. I'd have to redo my auto drive, but what we do. Yeah. After further analysis, you think you see the real problem. Okay. Should I get a fleet of Unimogs? No tiny trucks. That's the problem, actually, yeah. That is the issue. No, we're doing fine. I don't know why that one wasn't unloading, but get off that map. The map's ugly. Oh, we're almost done with our first land, chat. Hip hip hooray. Now it gets awkward. This field, I'm a little nervous about this field with all these point rows. What I call point rows here, all these point rows, because that's just gonna be awkward. We could have mine collisions, so hopefully that won't be our issue, but you never know, chat. Can't reach peak efficiency without tiny trucks. I don't know about that, but okay. I mean, that's fine. Never know, chat. Pre-ordering gameplay reveal for NASCAR. Let's go, Sean. Very nice. Very, very nice. So somebody using Unimog to do all their farming. That would surprise me if there's somebody doing that. I do have one on the farm. I was using it to like move an auger, actually to run an auger for making seed. So, well, in the seed making process, putting the seed in the bin. In the bin, it's almost like putting the fries in the bag. The seed in the bin. Don't you know? But yeah, it worked. It worked. It's actually not bad. The Unimog for me will probably have a life of moving some pallets around. So like if I need to move seed treatment or if I need to move silage additive or maybe like a toad of herbicide once in a while, that's probably what I would use the Unimog for. More than anything, honestly. Somebody was just laying on an air horn for like ever. Feels wrong using it as a tractor. Yeah. Well, the other thing that's weird too about the Mercedes spec is that truck that's basically a tractor. I don't like that either. I mean, I know they use it in some places in the world, but you're probably not going to see me using it, to be honest. I don't know if that was a fire truck, a semi truck, or like a tow, maybe a tow truck. Just laying on their air horn for like ever, or some redneck with air horns. I don't know. Like a Bubba truck, you know. I know some people that have those. So be funny to use as a swather. There is a swather head that goes on just a 3-point hit. It's on the mud hub. Yeah. You could actually. Oh my god, that would be ridiculous. Yeah, no, you wouldn't. You're not going to catch me doing that, you know? At least not like seriously doing it. I could do it as a bit, but you're not gonna catch me seriously doing that one, chat, to be honest. Should have the ground clearance, maybe, yeah. I don't have that mod. I can't check. I don't have the swather, that swather head mod that puts it on a 3-point hitch. That is an interesting mod, though. You know, slap that bad boy on here and get after it, right? Wow, is it the tractor, the cart, or me? I can't drive this thing in a straight line to save my... I swear it's just Mountain Dew in the cup, okay? It's nothing... It's nothing else, chat. I promise. There's not even ice in there today, all right? Just Mountain Dew. Using that mod, but a Valtra because yeah, the rotating cab makes all the sense in the world, honestly. For that mod, yeah. Oh boy. I really like this cut through that I made here, chat. I really dig this. I don't have to worry about anything getting plowed by a train anymore, like no semi trucks or... I mean, come on. This is awesome, right? So nice. And again, if I wanted to incorporate that field into this, that would be very easy just to bring auto drive in and unload here. Although auto drive goes, I mean, right to the homestead basically, so it's a shorter drive for the trucks that way. So, but either way, honestly, we're doing fine right now. 3 trucks, I think, might be the ticket. 3 trucks, three combines, 3 trucks, maybe. That might be the strat here. You can hook it up. Yeah, so there's a mod for the swather head for 25, yeah. The honking was left, you didn't wave. It could have been, actually. You have a neighbor that has a Unimog? That's pretty cool. Oh, I'd love to mess with one in real life. I think a Unimog they'd be quite fun in real life. I just don't really see the point in the game personally, but I also don't really use like pickup trucks, you know? It's basically a souped up pickup truck, you know? Realistically, at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it is, so. And like highly, also very different. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Oh, this is about to be a photo right here. We got 3. Oh, if that grain cart was just speed up a little bit. Everybody driving down the hill here, unloading as they go. Oh, man. Thing of beauty, chat. Thing of beauty. All right, while we have a second here, let's look at their... I'm curious to look at their map and see. Oh, I can't really tell what they're going to do next. I know they're going to go up there and finish that land, but then after that, I don't know where they're going. They're going to finish here. They might drop south and work south and then work that other chunk. I'm not sure. So that'd be worth a look. All right. Heavy steel. I got you. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it'd be cool to mess with one in real life. I've seen a guy on TikTok. I think he has like an excavator mounted to his, or like a backhoe arm or something. And maybe like I don't know. It's wild. But he goes out and gets the thing stuck in the mud all the time. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I have seen him a few times. How much longer we got on this? An hour? I guess that's about right. It did take us a while to get stuff going. Since we had to buy the combines and buy the tractors. And that's about right, chat. Plus, that's only harvest time. That doesn't account for any stoppage and it doesn't account for like turning around and stuff. About 2 hours to harvest this field is what it was saying. So, guy in town has one he made into a camper. Lit. Dude, you could probably go anywhere with that camper too, couldn't you? They're pretty cool. Here, I'll show you what I was using ours for. The one I have. I was using it right here. I bought the old one because I thought it looked better. But I was running this auger, so making the seed in that seed treater and then putting it into here and running the auger with it. And then it can also carry the seed treat. It was perfect for this. Honestly, absolutely perfect for this setup. So it worked great for that. You betcha. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's popping? Well, I'll tell you, these combines have quite a commute across the end of the field now. So these combines are set on lands of 6 right now. And you got to think each pass, well, each combine, okay, so 6. It's not 6 passes, obviously. That's per combine. And each header is 61 feet. So, oh, we have covered so much ground out here, chat. This is wild. And then I don't actually know if these combines, all of them aren't going to be harvesting. Probably on their way back now. They're not. Because for some reason, auto drive, like, or not auto drive, Courseplay doesn't remember that it cut headlands or end rows. So they have over 100 attachments for the Unimog. Wow. So I think this third combine's actually just going to drive across the field. He's not going to harvest anything. He'll put his header down and have it run and stuff, but he's not actually going to harvest anything. Which is fine. That's the way to do. But they like forget that they did end rows. It's kind of funny. Or headlands, whatever you want to call it. Outside rounds, chat. And again, that's where I kind of wish I could just set outside rounds to like 2 machines and not necessarily run the third one in this case, but I mean, it's working out, I guess. It's fine. There you go, grab the lead guy. He'll be the full one this whole time. You got doing a full pass right now, so let's get him unloaded. So, Chad, I've got family coming in town on Saturday. So, I don't know. We're not totally sure if we're even going to see them on Saturday. They're supposedly coming in kind of later in the day on Saturday. So, I don't know if we'll even see them. But I'm warning y'all now, if they show up at the house, which is a good possibility as well, I guess, I'll probably just have to end stream. It's Saturday. I don't know what time they're showing up yet. We'll see. We will see. Sean will probably do the same split like we're doing today. We'll do that tomorrow. I'll farm for probably a couple hours and then switch over to firefighting. So probably around 6 Central we'll switch. So yeah, we'll farm for 3 hours tomorrow and then firefight for 4. I think that's what we'll do tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have some firefighting associates, but if we don't, that's fine too. Firefighting associates. You betcha. How about Big Brother? That's who's coming to town, actually. It's my big brother. I know what you meant, Justin, I swear. I briefly touched on it earlier, but like it was really nice to see how dumb Rachel was at that puzzle, and she couldn't figure that out, and everybody else didn't even have an ounce of trouble with it. Well, the people that got to, to do that. So You know, she has nobody to be mad at but herself. I think she could have had 20 minutes and she wouldn't have been able to get that puzzle, to be honest. But yeah, I'm hoping Keanu wins Blockbuster tonight. And then, let's see. I'm hoping Ashley gets evicted tonight. That's what I'm hoping for. Those are my big brother picks for tonight. I want Keanu to win Blockbuster, and I want Ashley to be kicked out. That is what I want. I don't think so, Sean. I don't think they can kill Keanu. I don't think they can get rid of him. And honestly, he has such a resume now that if he's in the final two against pretty much anybody, I think he would win. Yeah. Yep. She was stuck in the same spot for the whole time. Yeah, she couldn't. She kept trying to get the little puck to like jump when all you had to do was just keep taking the wheel around and it would go and then fall in. But she kept trying to go backwards and make it jump. And it's like, you can't do that. Like, I know I'm armchair quarterbacking it, but it seemed very easy, actually. Once Blockbuster's done, they will. I mean, I don't know though, Sean, because like after this week, I guess there would be one more week where everybody plays in the veto, right? So like he's got a chance to win every veto from basically here out, or one more week and then on. He's got a chance to win veto. He's really good. And, you know, and depending on who's in power, they might not even take a shot at him, you know? So, no, I think, honestly, just on his comp wins alone, like, and the fact that he's still in the game, you know, he didn't need to win every week. He's also avoided the block a few weeks, but I think, at this point, like, if he's in the final two against pretty much anybody, I think he would win. You know? Because, like, okay, Will, everybody likes Will, but he hasn't done anything in the game. He's had a pretty good social game, but I think right now, Keanu's my pick to win the whole thing. If he can survive tonight. Because, I mean, honestly, they would be fools if he was on the block on eviction, like, for a vote. They would be fools not to take the shot. You know, obviously, if they're gonna let him sit there and not vote him out, they're fools. But they also took they didn't technically even get Rachel out, so they're fools for that too. But yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I think Keanu's my pick right now for winning the whole thing. Sounds like they plan to keep Ashley against... Wait, who else is up? Will? They'd kick Will out over Ashley? Wow. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Although they're probably scared of Will. Because if Will's in the final two against, like, anybody... Well, Will could have a really good chance at winning the game just because everybody likes him. I mean, he has no resume in the game besides everybody likes him. He has no, like, comp wins or anything, so. That'd be wild, though, if they keep Ashley. I think they finally figured out that, yeah, everybody likes him, yeah. Yeah, honestly, he's playing... His social game's pretty good. I like Will. I think Will's funny. He, the way he just, like, turns off from conversations and just, yeah. Uh-huh. It's great. The little Will compilations they've made have been awesome. They're very funny. I'm greatly amused by them every time they're on. But yeah. All right, so that's my take on Big Brother right now. The long episodes are also, they kind of kill me a little bit. I definitely fell asleep in the middle of last night's episode, but that's okay. Just for a couple minutes. Maybe, I don't even know how long it was because Dad was reacting to it and he kept waking me up. Oh, man. We'll try to stay awake through tonight's. Tonight's only an hour though, right? I think tonight's only an hour. Pretty sure. Pretty darn sure. See, I would think if, which I know there is still kind of two sides of the house, right? That like Keanu's side, like obviously they need to turn their back on him eventually because he is such a competitor and a threat. But I think it's too early to do that. Like if he is on the block tonight, it might be too early to. Although, in fairness, if they'd be smart to get rid of him because he's gonna win his way to the end. So yeah. Anyway, there's your Big Brother minute for today. Some of you are like, please, can this stupid show end already? We have talked about it a lot this go round, but that's okay. It's all good. It ain't hurting nobody. All right. Hey, look, he's emptying that guy. Let's go. All right. We just paid the leasing cost on our big tractor, by the way. Kind of hurt. 2 weeks. Yep. You betcha. Isn't that usually on a Sunday night? I think so. This guy shouldn't have like any grain on board, but we'll go ahead and try. According to the image of my grain card, I have nothing on the 28th. Oh, that's the same night of that auction, Sean. It's the same night our disc is for sale. Although technically our disc is for sale right now. People can bid on it. If anybody wants to bid on a disc, let me know. I'll send you the... I won't send you the thing. I don't need somebody running it up and then like not actually buying it or something still silly like that. We don't need that, chat. Oh man. Rats. I am curious though. What is it disc up to? So the other day it was at like $2 whole, which we're hoping for a little bit more than that. At least like $350, you know? Dollars, you know. I don't remember what lot number it is, chat. That's the problem. Wow, that one versatile I took a picture of was 17,000 right now. Pretty good. Oh, it's here somewhere. I just gotta find it back now. There it is. Wow. It's still $3. That's the current bid. As I told Dad, we could have just taken the thing to the scrapyard and gotten more money for it. It's okay though. We have to the 28th. It'll it should go for more than $3. Honestly, if it only goes for that much, I'm buying it back. I'll pay the 10% plus the couple bucks and get the thing back and take it somewhere else to try to sell it, because that's crazy. It should go for more than $3 though. It should. At least 4. That's all right. It's fine. Oh, and then actually, chat, I am gonna miss part of a Saturday coming up here too. I think it's the 20th. Is that right? Yeah, a week from Saturday. I'm gonna miss like the first half of that stream, okay? So, yeah. We got a thing. Another auction we're going to. It's a fall consignment sale. talked about it before, so that's where I'll be for at least a couple hours. So probably miss like half that stream on that day, but we'll see. We will see. But we are planning on going to the sale. A couple things I'm kind of interested in. I probably won't buy anything because stuff tends to go way too high for what I'm willing to pay for stuff, you know? So, yeah. Stuff tends to go way high, but it's if nothing else, it's kind of interesting to go to an auction. A, it's a social gathering, you know, be a bunch of people there that we know. But B, it's just like interesting watching the way things work and like how much people bid on stuff. And it's like some of that stuff you're like, why are you bidding on this? It's pure junk. Or like, you know, there'll be Harbor Freight stuff there and people are paying like way more than retail for this stuff. And it's like, dude, it came from Harbor Freight. Just go buy it brand new. Like, it's kind of funny watching people like bid on this stuff. And it's like, you know, there was a winch, like a winch you put on the front of your truck. From Harbor Freight, and this dude, he bid like way too much on this thing. And it's like, dude, you don't even know if this thing works. Yeah, no, it's not the one we're selling stuff at. No. So we chose to go to a different auction to sell our disc at. Because the one we're selling our disc at is an online only auction. And they actually, we've talked to them a couple times there, and they actually have people come in all the way from Canada. Like, they buy stuff, have to come get it. So we figured we would sell at the other auction because it's a bigger audience, therefore potentially, like, you know, let's be honest, more money, right? If we're gonna sell something, we're gonna try to get as much as we can out of it, you know? Whereas if we went to the auction that we're gonna go to, it does draw a decent crowd, but it's not as big as you know, the internet, right? So yeah, and we've actually been watching that online auction for like a year, and stuff just brings crazy money at that auction. So honestly, I could go to the in-person auction and probably buy stuff and take it to the online auction place and make money, which would be fun to like do that, honestly. But yeah, because that online sale, for some reason, that stuff just brings crazy money. So we're hoping that, you know, we can get something for our disc. I mean, we do have a lot of time and stuff invested in that disc, fixing it up and whatnot over the years. But honestly, it's really just about shed space. We just don't have shed space, and we don't use our disc. We haven't used it in, I don't even know the last time we used it, like 3-4 years ago, probably. And so that's why it's like, no, let's just get rid of the thing and be done with it. So yeah. Like the 20th, Sean. A week from Saturday. I won't miss the whole day. I'll be here in the evening, but morning and afternoon I probably won't be here. So. You'll trade me a whole IVC tote of scrap metal for the disc or two. Probably about what we'll get for it. Oh man, it's a really nice disc. It's in great shape. We fixed it up, painted it, put all new blades on the front, notched disc blades on the front, like all new bearings all the way around. Ever since we got it, it's been shed kept. All the blades are heavily oiled, so they look like they're painted right now. Actually, we found this nasty oil up in our shed, up in the loft of our shed years ago, 5-gallon bucket, actually 2 of them, and we used that, put it on there with a paintbrush to keep them from rusting. So what's the tractor doing that's following the combine? He was waiting to unload the combine, but I was in the way. So now that I'm out of the way, Let's go look. He's probably... Well, I thought he'd be running with him, but he decided to pull off, so... Guys, we have a full combine. What are we doing, boys? But that's what he was doing. I was just in his way. So, yeah. It's a 10-foot 3-point hitch disc. It's a Ford Flex disc, but we took and we made the quick hitch, or we made the 3-point hitch quick hitch category 2. So we got rid of the Ford Flex part. So yeah. Looking for a disc for your John Deere A. Oh, this wouldn't be that. It's a 10-foot 3-point hitch disc. Probably not a disc for your John Deere A. John Deere A's are pretty sweet though, not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind having a John Deere A. I really wouldn't mind having one. Yeah, no, that wouldn't work at all. I'll tell you what, on the one auction, there is a John Deere H on the one sale, and man, that, I don't know what it is about that tractor, but I think I want it. I'm not going to buy it probably, but I kind of want it. Just saying. Oh, 3 bottom plow and 3rd gear. Nice. Very nice. I've got a 3 bottom plow too, but that's also 3-point hitch. That's the next thing we're going to sell, by the way. Thanks for that follow. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What's poppin'? Because that 3 bottom plow that we have does not have a gauge wheel. And we've used it a couple of times and just had fits with it. So we need to get rid of that thing too. That thing hasn't been used in like 10 years. Also shed kept. It's rusty because the people we bought it from didn't shed keep it, but we've always kept it in shed. It's nice and oiled up and everything. We're ready to go as well. But I don't know how rare it is. I need to actually look it up. It's a Massey Harris Ferguson plow. There was a couple of years there where they used all 3 names. Actually, I don't know how many years they used all 3 names, but it has all 3. Massey Harris Ferguson. So I kind of think it might be like a little bit on the unusual side anyway. But I'm not totally sure. I should look it up one of these days. I just haven't done it yet. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty war. We bought that off Craigslist. Yeah, good old Craigslist. So we bought it over in Illinois. It was actually really funny. We show up at this place to buy it, and this lady's like, yeah, my son's not here. I don't know how to drive the tractor. You'll have to drive it. And I'm like, okay. I get on this Kubota. First Kubota I've ever seen with my own eyes back then, you know. This thing had a left-hand reverser. I didn't know what the hell that was at the time. And she's like, yeah, just jump on it and drive it. I'm like, okay. Oh, man. Would you buy it if it goes for cheap? What's cheap for a John Deere H that needs work? And that's the part that's terrifying. It just says needs work. It doesn't say what's wrong with it. So I know it needs tires. That is for sure. Which that doesn't really scare me that much. The tire part doesn't. But I don't know what an H is worth. So yeah. Yeah, they didn't really build that many John Deere H's, actually. Compared to some other John Deeres, they really didn't. Hang on, I actually have it pulled up on my thing. So they made the John Deere H from 39 to 47, and they only made 58,540 or 584. So 58,000 tractors. That's actually not that many for how old that thing is and stuff. I don't feel like that's that many. Where are these combines going? That's not a combine. I can't see the combines. That's right. I don't know. We're going over here somewhere. That's all right. Interesting. Interesting. I just think it's cool because, you know, A, it's a Johnny Popper, and B, it's not like a huge tractor. So I don't have a lot of shed space, so. Yeah, the front plate, nice. That's cool. But I need something that doesn't take up. I don't need another tractor. Let me be very clear. If I get another tractor, it's just because it's cool and I want it. Like, I don't need it. I definitely don't need another tractor. I don't really get, you know, I don't know. It's just fun to have, you know? That's all there is to it. Just fun to have. What the heck, man? Why not, right? Why not? I'm going to look up what it's going for right now. Got me curious now. Okay, so it's got 16 bids on it right now, and it's $550. But again, it needs tires, so. And it doesn't just need like one, you know, it needs all four. So, but for the age of the tractor, I feel like that's, you know, yeah, some of that stuff brings money still. So, yeah. You betcha. You think that tractor's worth 5,000 to 7,000 restored? Good Lord. That's crazy. That's actually insane. Wow. Yeah, the problem is when it just says needs work, I don't know what that means. I don't know how much work it needs. Oh, man. Don't know. 500 a piece. Yeah, I don't know. Tires are not cheap. The good thing is I know people. I can get tires at wholesale price, so that helps quite a bit, actually. Yeah, I can get tires at wholesale prices. You can find parts. Okay. I'd love to have it. I think it's a cool little tractor, personally. I was kind of disappointed, I guess you could say. The serial number like tag wasn't on the tractor. So I was hoping to get like a picture of that so I could figure out exactly what year it was. Your age, yeah. Oh, I gotcha. No, I'd love to have it. I don't know if I will, but I doubt I'll actually buy it. First thing is, I guess I need to set up an account with that so I can bid online. Oh, man. I honestly, if I had the shed space and you know, maybe a few more dollars later on, I would, I'd have all kinds of antique tractors. I love antique tractors. There's something so cool about something that's so old but still runs and drives, and I don't know. There's just something super cool about it to me. So yeah. It's over 750 and back out. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see what it goes for. Oh, I thought you were sitting still, buddy. Okay. Thought he was waiting for another auger wagon. My bad, dog. Over 750 and back out. Okay. I'll keep an eye on it. I should have bought a John Deere. I think it was a John Deere A or a John Deere B. There was both at that one sale I was at. But when the one auctioneer walked up and he goes, "Yeah, real shame we can't get this thing started today. We don't have any gas here." I knew there was major problems with that tractor. Old clapped out iron moving again's cool. Yeah, it is. It really is cool. It's so much fun. You know, like our Alice B that we completely like tore apart the engine and, you know, Like, that thing was in a lot of pieces, and we put it all back together, and it runs great now. And it'll pull that plow like it's not even there, you know? So, it's great. Could contact the old owner, really? Like, so what's actually wrong with it? What's actually wrong here? I don't know. We'll see. I don't really need another project tractor. I have technically 2 that we need to work on right now. One of them's Dad's, one of them's mine. So I don't really need a project. I need to get the projects done that we have. The one is going to be a real project. Like, we're probably going to paint it and everything. So that's that Alice CA that we have that hasn't run in 20 years. Been locked up for 20 years. So I don't know how junk that tractor actually is. But when you talk about clapped out old iron, that is the epitome of clapped out old iron. Let me tell you, boys, it's pretty bad. Okay, it's pretty bad. Yeah, been sitting for about 20 years now, which is absolutely insane. The good thing is the engine has sleeves in it, so we can just punch those out, hopefully, and, you know, get after it. But yeah. Ranwin Parks, 1988. Very much. Watch a YouTuber do that with real old machines. Nice. Very, very nice. And yeah, you know, it's amazing the availability of parts on them. At least I don't know other brands because I haven't really looked. But for the old Alice stuff, almost everything's available for the old Alice stuff. It's actually kind of crazy how much is actually out there. And I'm sure for other brands too, but again, I haven't looked because I don't own any other brands. What the heck is First Time doing? All right. The heck was that? First time be doing weird things, chat. As a John Deere 50 for sale just down the road. Huh. Very nice. I think it runs even. Wow. John Deere 50. I'm looking at that right now. Yeah, see, 50s are cool too. But they're not, oh no, they are. They are Johnny Poppers, right? Oh yeah. See, I just have this thing about wanting a Johnny Popper, like, in the worst way. I want a WD still. Don't get me wrong. That's the dream tractor. I'll own a really nice WD at some point in my life. But like a clapped out Johnny Popper with a straight pipe, I mean, be kind of sick too, right? PTO might not work. I wouldn't use a PTO. Yeah, this is Johnny Popper, yeah. It's 3 different dragline cranes. That's kind of cool. All right. All right. But yeah, I just have this thing about wanting a Johnny Popper. It might be to annoy my one brother because he's annoyed with like the B, how loud it is. So, you know, the Johnny Poppers are even louder. Yeah, no, I wouldn't care. To be honest, if I buy an antique tractor, it's not to like use. Honestly, it'd be for like just driving around, doing like maybe I would love to start like a tractor drive. You know, like on a Sunday afternoon, get some guys together, y'all jump on antique tractors and go drive to like a local bar and grab a burger for lunch or something. I don't know. That would be kind of sick if you ask me. But yeah, I think that'd be kind of neat personally. Something like that. I would like to do that, or yeah, whatever. You know, there's a local, like pretty local to the farm. There's like a local church, and they have like a well, they do tractor pulls. I don't know if I do the tractor pull part, but they have like an antique tractor kind of show and stuff. You bring the Massey 12. Let's go. Let's go, Tomcat. John Deere G straight pipe. Oh yeah, let's go. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. I bet that is loud. The John Deere G, they made that from 37 to 51, or 53, sorry. They made 31,913. I love looking up the tractors on tractor data. So good, chat. Saw some 60s era cars the other day. An old Chevy truck. Nice. It's pretty cool. All right, so this is where the point rows get interesting, by the way. This is when we have problems. Right here. Oh, boy. There's a 50. Gotcha. It's even better. Yeah, old cars are cool too, trucks and stuff, but I don't know. I'm really partial to like old tractors. For some reason. That's just really kind of where I'm at personally. Old tractors are just they're my thing right now. So alright, buddy, you're just gonna cause problems too. Point rows are fun, chat. Just remember that. And honestly, we're going to have the same trouble the next time around. Oh, we got trouble there too. Trouble. All right. All right. Turn and hit the button. And probably move the grain cart. All right, so they're going to go run another lap. We're going to have the same issue when they come back, most likely, unless we gap everything out real far. But that's okay. All right, let's go. Combines are moving. That's all that matters, right? That's all that matters. Plans for the oats. I would like to make some into seed. With the seed maker. Other than that, no, we're gonna sell it. At some point. No, don't really have other plans for it, honestly. So basically, I planted oats up here simply because the time of year of when I got this field all put together. That header's bullying that combine right now. Y'all see that? He's trying to steer hard right now. And for some reason he can't. What the heck is going on? Normally that's not a issue with this header and stuff. Here, get back over there where you belong. I don't know what's going on, but he's gonna leave a giant skipper. The next pass will have a huge skipper in it. What is wrong with him? Where's Nate? You have a picture for him? Oh God, Tomcat. It just clicked what you meant by that. It just clicked. Well, this thing's been broken since it started on this pass, basically, huh? Look at the Just start it back up here and see if it does the same thing or not. Now we're bullying to the right. Whatever, I got full combines. I got to go. Gotta go faster, faster. Actually, Tomcat, what was the one you posted? Well, anything with the training dummy is hilarious. Oh no, that was on your TikTok. The freaking Mama June one where she ended up with like 2 feet on the one, that was weird. That was very weird, for the record. You could tell the AI definitely had an issue with that one. It was quite funny. Yeah, I laughed at that one. Very odd. Very, very odd. Alright. So once we got past our outside round, of course the other truck helped. So 3 trucks are definitely where it's at. It is weird they're all different trucks, but whatever. Mama June's joined at the ice roads with the training dummy. The Temu Spider-Man. Because that's really about what that is. That's straight up Temu Wish Spider-Man. Like, it's so bad. It's so bad. Honestly, it's a great little part of that game that they put in there. Absolutely great. It is so funny. Alright, we'll let that guy go. I am 86% full. So let me head back here. I want to check on that third combine, make sure he's doing okay. Hopefully he's alright. The emote needs a fireman hat. Wow. That would actually be kind of funny, Sean. Don't have any room or use for it. Nice. That's the best part of buying something. You're like, I have no reason to buy this, but it's cool. We probably have enough money to buy the next fields. The problem with buying the next couple fields here. That's true, Sean. That's true. The problem with buying the next fields is since we're buying fields in order, we actually have to buy 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Then we can come over here and buy 25, 26, 27. So we have to buy basically the rest of the north of the map before we can buy those 3 fields. So I probably have the money, but again, I was wanting to be cautious with our money and not spend all of it, simply because I knew I was going to need equipment for this harvest. And honestly, like, I'm going to plant soybeans in here. I have 3 Kinseys. I might buy 2 more today. So. Right, Sean. Wow. Machine, stupid money. Yeah. But yeah, so I wanted to hold off on making the field bigger just for that reason alone. Just simply wanted to be cautious with our money. I know I had 10 million on Tuesday, but we still got to be cautious with our money, you know? We can't just be spending it all willy-nilly, you know? So yeah, got to be somewhat cautious still. But it's all good. And then actually, there's a John Deere seeder in the mod hub that we're going to bring on here too. Because currently we have 2 of those big Vaderstads. They're great, but they don't work the best for like automating them. And so what we're probably going to do is we'll probably keep those because they're already paid for. And then we're going to bring in that John Deere that's in the mod hub, and we can put up to 5 of those out here in this field at one time. But that'll give us the ability to automate barley, wheat, you know, oats, all that other stuff if we want to. And what I mean by automate is like it'll be able to go get seed automatically by itself. I currently don't have auto drive set up, but I do have lime, seed, and liquid fertilizer up here, like right next to the field. So eventually we'll get that set up, and pretty much that's basically going to be used for the, well, the north part of the map anyway, for refilled seeders and such. So it'll work out. And then we got our stuff in our main homestead for like the southern part of the map. It's all about trying not to cross the train tracks, honestly. It's really what it's all about for me. I just don't want stuff to cross. Of course, having the little drive under now is nice, but I just don't want stuff to have to cross the tracks to go get seed and stuff. Plus, it takes forever. Now, granted, it's only a regular size map, so it's not that bad, but it still takes a while. And since I'm all about automating everything, we'll go ahead and change seeders. So, yeah. Use the later model. Nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. That's cool. That's pretty neat. Yeah, we filled the first truck, filled the second truck. We're not going to quite fill the third truck, I don't think. No. Third truck won't be full. Be getting there, though. But that's the nice part of having the mother bin right there. It's so nice to have a little bit of a field buffer. I did think about putting a grain bin in, but I couldn't. We don't have any grain bins that would really work well for that, so I chose not to. There's probably something in the mod hub that would work, but base game I could not come up with anything that I liked for that. So I don't know where the combines are. They're down there somewhere. Way down yonder. You know how long it would take us to clean up all this straw, chat? Even if we had 3 loading wagons, it's just the time it takes to constantly go run and sell it and sell it and sell it. That's where we need like a 10 million liter loading wagon, which I know where I could get one. I'm good. Looks like we might have an issue going on over there. Maybe not. Maybe so. Maybe not. Oh boy, and we do have more stones to get rid of too, Chad, eventually. Eventually. Alright, where's the other 2 combines? Why do I only see 1? Anybody else concerned? Oh, there's another one. Okay, I was like, please tell me you're not upside down in a parking lot somewhere. Okay, these next 2 are pretty close to each other, but that's done. So they've got 1 more pass left, chat, and that's it. 1 pass to go. Heck yeah, that actually was not a bad harvest. Once we got our auger wagon sorted and our truck sorted, that went well, honestly. Let's see if we can get this guy to stop for a minute, though. Please stop. Don't run me over. Sir? 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 Thank you. All right, so I'm stopping him to hopefully give the second combine a minute to go drive all the way back down here and get going on his next pass. Although actually there might be enough room now where it's not really gonna be a problem. The problem is they got to go way back here to start, and the other guys come in and collide. That should be enough for now. Just casually get out of his way. He'll be fine. It'll just be a little grouchy, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right, so this is the downside to having a field with what I call point rows and using lands. You just have to drive back to the other side. So this is where back and forth would be better on this part of the field, but up north, you definitely have to have lands because there's no way you could make rounds if you were up north. So, and really, the field's gonna just end up with more point rows too. I wonder if we cut the field off, actually, make it 2 fields. Problem is to make a parallel line between like the north of the field and somewhere down here would be, that'd be kind of, actually it wouldn't be that bad because you just set your GPS for up there and then you just, yeah, you can figure out what angle that is. Probably wouldn't actually be that big of a deal. But it's all good for now. Big deal. If nothing else, this, you know, if we were behind on hauling, let's say, this would be a good time for trucks to catch back up and stuff like that. But they are on their this lead combine anyway is on his last pass, y'all. Heck yeah. It's the one we've been looking for. The last one. Oh, yep. There's that skipper from that previous pass. Showing up a little bit. And there should actually be enough gap in the other 2 combines where hopefully they won't collide. Hopefully. Not sure what was causing that issue for that other combine. There's no tree stumps or anything out here, so. I don't know. He was just driving weird for some reason. But if that's our only skipper outside of a couple, I got some on this edge. I'm not sure why there. But otherwise, that turned out pretty clean. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. And actually, I'm really impressed in this Gloss tractor, not so much this one, but the other one, for not running over a combine. So that's good. We got power and, you know, enough weight to handle this big grain cart, but we can actually automate it. So that's nice. So we will definitely be purchasing another one of these tractors for now. Maybe 2 more in another cart, actually. Dan's going to freak out when he comes back on the farm chat. They have all this new equipment that has no parking spots. Oh, man. All right, Tomcat. I love that it's very consistent with you, and you got to have the hobby horse in every photo. There's just something about that. Very, very consistent. Oh no, I'm going to be in the way. Like, zoink, Scoob. All right, y'all, this is it. He's about to turn around. Last passes for everybody. Always, you're not gonna be able to turn the wheel very far with the hobby horse there, Tomcat, just for the record. Oh man. And that AI really captured Mama June, didn't it? Golly, can she put some shoes on, please? That would be, I would appreciate that, I think. Put some shoes on, lady. I was always taught if you're going to run like a lawnmower or a trimmer or a tractor, you got to have closed-toed shoes on. You got to be safe. You don't want a digit flying, you know? Just saying. Although I almost had my entire foot and leg go underneath the lawnmower one time. That was bad. That was actually in Mr. Perfect's backyard. I don't know if I've told that story before. I think I have, but that one was bad. That one was really bad, almost. Yeah. What forage wagon were we using that had a chute on it? Well, if you open your game and you go to the auger wagon category, Ka-chow. It's this. It's in the base game. Now, you will have to choose your tip side if you want to use the spout. You gotta choose tip side like you would on a tipper. Because at first it's set to unload through the rear gate. That gets like everybody that buys one. So, yeah. So wear flip flops. Yeah, I don't subscribe to all that. Like, oh, you gotta wear, you know, no shirt, no shoes, no service, and then they're wearing like that, and it's like that's not really even a shoe. Like, guy, come on. I'm just saying, I don't need to see your dogs barking, you know? Like, I'm not. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of annoys me a little bit, I guess. I don't need to see it, but thank you. That's okay. No problem. It's a sweet wagon. I like it a lot. Actually, I think it was my favorite piece of equipment in Farm Sim 22 is when they added that thing. And I have used it an awful lot since then. So yeah, big fan of that wagon. And you can use it like a regular wagon too. It'll unload through the rear. Or the spout. And if you put your forage harvester on course play, and you have the tip side set right before you hire it, it will actually unload into, like, if you pull up in a wagon next to it. If the harvester's on course play, it'll work. Which is actually really sweet, for the record. That part's really, really neat. All right, I don't think we have anybody getting full, right? Well, there's no wagon on that last guy, so let's run back there. That guy's got that one. You betcha. Let's go help. Lifesaver, yeah, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. Now, if you course play your harvester and then you want to auto drive to unload the forage harvester, you'll have some issues there because auto drive can't see the wagon. So auto drive will run into the wagon like every time. So you can't really use it in that scenario. But if you're going to run the truck or the tipper or whatever, it'll work. Or, whatever, yeah. I bet you could even put that. I wonder, actually, I don't know. If you could put that on like empty combine mode with that wagon, have it drive out to the forage harvester, fill up, and then drive to like the edge of the field to load a truck, let's say. It'll probably do that. I haven't tried that one yet, though. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. That's something I would do. Transfer into a truck and then have the truck or a bigger tipper take it to the, what's it called? The bunker. Or whatever, hypocrite silo, whatever you're going to use, you know? Yeah. You betcha. Use course play but not auto drive. I gotcha. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get preachy about them, but they're both pretty great. They are pretty great, not gonna lie. I'm a big fan of both. This harvest would not have been possible without auto drive, without viewers like you. Ka-chow. Wait, that part doesn't work. But no, seriously, without course play, this harvest would have not been possible. I mean, it would have, but like, man, we just used half a tank of fuel in this combine. Good Lord, chat. Goodness me. You've been getting tempted to try it after watching? Let's go. But hey, I'll throw this out there. If you try it and you have any questions, especially while I'm playing Farm Sim, I will be more than happy to answer them all. So yeah, be very happy to answer them all and show you the ways. I don't know all the ways, but I know a few. I know. Oh my God, look at our pH is bad. Our nitrogen's bad. Everything's bad out here, chat. Actually, our pH is okay to good. That's actually kind of crazy. But yeah. There's several people in this community that can attest it. Like they tried it and with a few, a few examples showing them and stuff. Like once you kind of get it and you understand a little bit of the basics, it's like your mind gets going and it's like, ooh, is that possible? And let me figure out. Okay, I know how to do this. Let's see if we can do that. You kind of get into it eventually. It's pretty awesome. So you betcha. Alrighty, another one bites the dust. I have 69 liters on board. Giggity. I'll say. That was, wait, hang on. Did that really? That still yielded okay. I love this up here. like a barcode. That still yielded all right, actually. Okay. Again, it was not limed at all. So yeah. All right, we're gonna send these back to the north lot. Is where these combines are gonna go for now. Because our next job is actually, well, it's gonna be to get all the auger wagons empty. And then we're gonna grab seeders. Because I'm putting beans up here. I want some I want to plant some beans. I don't really need the money, but I also can't get complacent and stop making money either. I have to keep making money to, expand the farm. So not that we really have that much expanding to do anymore, but there's still things, chat. There are still things. I mean, there's still a lot. That one, yeah. Still a lot of land we don't own down here, I mean, we're gonna finish buying everything up north, but there's still a decent amount of land down there, so you betcha. We have animals. Right now, hold on, what do we have right now? We have 330 water buffalo at one facility. We have 30,000 chickens, which we're not feeding right now, which we'll work on that. This other barn, I do want to put water buffalo back in it. It was dairy cows, and we're going to change it. I just haven't gotten around to that. Plus, we have 60 sheep. So we do have animals. And yes, I said 30,000 chickens. That's what I said. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I'm aware. But yeah. All right. So that's going to go park. And we used a little over half a tank on that one. Wow. Thirsty Combine's running that big header, huh? For 2 hours. Wowzers. All right. So now we just, honestly, I'm going to come through here and I'm just going to tell everybody. Well, that's my cart. Hang on. We're just going to go for a full tab around here and tell all of those auger wagons to drive. Because we got wagons. Oh, this is the guy they can't find. He's back out here in the middle again. He can't find. Oh, gosh. We are making, Buffalo mozzarella, yeah. That's why we have them. Buffalo mozzarella is worth so much money on this game. It's crazy. So yeah, that is why we have them. All right, that should be everybody, I think, right? Unimog. All right, now we're back to our tractor. So I went through everything that we had. So we should be good to run this in as well. Same with Sean, it's a 25% yield bonus from swathing. 25%. So it is worth it. You know, 25% on a field like this, good Lord, you know? The reason I didn't swath is that I can't automate the auger wagons. For some reason, auto drive does not like the swather head or the swath himself or something. I've tried messing with settings. Multiple people have tried. It's not just me. But the only way to unload combines, the combines have to stop while using auto drive. Course play might unload. I think I've tried it before and it doesn't work either, but I haven't tried it in a while, so I forget. But for automating the auger wagons, it unfortunately doesn't work very well. So we did actually talk about swathing this field, and I kind of forgot at the time, but I'm glad I didn't, because you know I'm on here by myself, and I can't automate. If I couldn't automate wagons, that would have been a problem. So I am planning to feed the chickens eventually. I don't think. Hang on. Yeah, so it doesn't take oats. So wheat, barley, and sorghum. So I don't have wheat, barley, or sorghum is the problem. I think I'm gonna grow barley up here eventually. So yeah. Horseplay will unload it? Okay. So that might be an option to mess with then. I'll have to try it. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing here, but that's okay. We could always set up trucks on the north side of the tracks. And then have them dip underneath. There's more than one way to go about all this, you know? That's the whole thing, so. That's it, y'all. Do we grow their feed near to where we have them? I mean, it's not that far away. Yeah, I forget what that mod's called. The other swathing mod. Yeah, I haven't used that one yet. So the whole purpose of putting this huge field together up north was to grow mass quantities of saved barley to feed the chickens. So we'll grow the barley up here, and then the chickens are down here, which it's not a big deal. It's where all of our oats are being trucked to right now. So that's not a problem hauling. You don't have to use a harvester, but you okay. There is okay, yeah, sure. There's more than one way to go about a lot of things in life, yeah. So it's all good, man. It's all good. All right, but that was a good harvest. I feel pretty happy how smooth, relatively smooth things went. For that harvest, so that wasn't bad, honestly. So we're just gonna wait for everything to get emptied out here, and probably what I'll do, because all the auger wagons have parking spots back in our main homestead. But what I will do is I'll wait till the trucking is all done. Before I send anything home, you know, auger wagon wise, just because, why not? So And actually, while we're waiting for trucking to be done, chat, I think I'm going to go take my 3 o'clock break. It is nice there's options, yeah. It's nice to not have to do everything the same way every time, and it's nice to have options. Yeah, it really is. So chat, I'm going to disappear for just a couple minutes. I'm going to take my 3 o'clock break while we're waiting on trucks to haul in. And when we get back, we'll get a total oat number off of that field. I will be right back. BRB.